Welcome, boys and girls. I'm Zakuba Winters, and today we're here talking about Live Letter 86 for patch 7.2 for Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail. So we know that the patch is already called Seekers of Eternity. We got the key art for the last Live Letter. This is a more finer, more detailed information of what the new content that we're going to actually get. But one of the important pieces of information is the release date, which is March 25th on a Tuesday, which is all the reset days. So most people kind of figured that out, considering we got the Moogle event 3 weeks ago. They generally last 4 weeks. There we go. But as we get further in, you see the kind of stuff that we're going to have. Just a recap, we got new main story quest, new dungeon for the main story quest, and the new trial, Recollection, which is Beatrix bot from Final Fantasy IX, though will not be exactly from Final Fantasy IX, but still. The next other things, we're going to have the Arcadian Cruiserweight here. The next, Normal and Savage, though Savage will be 1 week after the normal mode raise, and they did say, since a lot of people weren't really sure if there was going to have a 1 week delay, but since it's been so well received, it did finally confirm that's just going to be a thing from now on, so you don't have to worry about that. So when 7.4 rolls around, you're gonna get a 1 week like layover from normal to savage. The other thing, we are getting the Borderland Ruins Frontline Secure back. So if you still needed those achievements from that mode, which I sadly still did. It was so annoying that I had 95 of the little satellite things out of 100 to get the achievement, and I haven't been able to do them for years. I can finally get this done. We also have a new Unreal of Uzaku, or Seryu? Uzaku. Yes. And also Corn Servant Quest. So, if you want more Corn Servant, which they said people really loved Corn Servant, so more Corn Servant quest. Don't know if you're gonna get anything from him, but even then, probably still a few quests. What's coming else is we have new PvP and PvE and PvP job adjustments, which that's just normal. New role actions exclusive to Frontlines, so I'm guessing this is just Frontlines, since it's a large-scale PvP, so most likely just, well, I guess Rival Wings as well, probably. New Department of War. Disciples of War, there's magic crafted gear. This is mainly for battle gear, so do not expect Crafters and Gathering gear. That will be 7.3. If you were hoping for some, you are going to be mistaken. Duty support we'll have for Sunken Temple of Quarn, a little screenshot there, and the new Tombstone, since we're getting a new raid tier. They have a post, just the new, we're going to get new cap tombstones. The old cap tombstones will now be the new uncapped tombstones, and the uncapped tombstones will just be gone. So also you can trade in your tombstones at Mordona, so just remember that at the tent where you get the level 50 poetics gear. The other big thing we're getting, and this will be 7.21, not on the 7.2 patch. So Annoyingly, we will have to wait 1 month from the patch to get Cosmic Exploration. So this will be the new Diadem Firmament type thing. So they also showed off a Occult Crescent. This is all for patch 7.25. This will be 2 months from the patch 7.2. So it'll be 1 month, it'll be a week, then we get Savage. And a month from like the main patch to get Cosmic Exploration, and then another month for Occult Crescent. So it'll be late March for the main patch, late April for Occult Crescent, or Cosmic Exploration, and late May for all of this stuff. So yes, we get the new Society quest, which will be for Gatherers for the Mammal Jaw, and inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures, which is definitely going to be a thing, as it always is. So first thing they showed off is the Arcadian Cruiserweight title, or here. So this will be the first stage of the tier with the Disco Bunny. Something green. I forgot what his name was, but he's definitely gonna have some kind of like beetle thing. Definitely's got like Kamen Rider looking style to it. I don't know why. And it's not a Arcadian raid fight if we don't get just half room cleaves. Why did every boss have this? I get you gotta, reuse some of the mechanics, but why did every boss have this? I always found this weird. And while they did show off more screenshots of the fight, I wanted to condense that because it was just action shots and they were all kind of blurry. Oh crap, yeah, and all these screenshots were taken by the people who did the translation in the Final Fantasy XIV Discord. Minori and Illuminori? Yuna and Illuminori? Yes, sorry, I should have opened with that. But yes, now we go in and we have the gear that we're going to get. This is all from the Arcadian gear. So we have a big heavy gunbreaker. Cool, like, kind of looks like is that the Brute Bomber outfit? I don't know, it kind of looks like it. Maybe. I forgot what he was. I forgot what he wore. But that's your tank gear. Doesn't really look tanky at all, which is kind of funny. But definitely big beefy gunbreaker. Gunbreaker gunblade, yeah. Oh, closer shot. If you need a closer view. And then we have the monk. God damn, that's some thick gloves. Those are easily the biggest gloves for monk, which is I like the sort of like cyberpunk V jacket here. But even then, just goddamn, those are huge. These are the close-up shot, yeah. And that we have the dancer and the range physical gear. Weird looking goggles there, but yeah. So that's that. It kind of these look like gear you get from what's this? The Vanguard. Though this will be improved if these spin, because these look like buzzsaws. If these are like grindy buzzsaws, that'll actually be pretty cool. But you can't really see it in a literal piece of paper. We have the scouting outfit, which is really cool. Definitely also just has very Vanguard-y looking look to it, as all the Solution 9 stuff is. I like the outfit. I do not care for the chin piece. I love the white. Hopefully you can dye the black. But something tells me most likely not. But it would be cool if you can. I just love this one. Tiny Lalafell look has to be like a minimum height Lalafell with this big ass scythe, with this super thick. I mean, all these weapons, at least most of them, are just extra thick. It just looks really funny on that Lalafell. We have, I love this like ghetto beanie for the mages. Oh, let me remove myself here. This cool little arm thing, which my mouse cursor is okay. That looks kind of cool. They get a weird beanie with like eye goggles. I think that's weird. Is Kane's kind of okay? Got Red Mage, which, wait a second. Oh, this is healer. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is healer. This is a white mage Kane, not black mage. Because now we got the black mage, because here's a red mage. Once again, very Vanguard looking gear. And it's just the same gear set, but black. The PvP updates. So they said they were going to add new abilities to PvP. They are bringing in role actions. So each group of like tank, healer, melee, magic, and range physical will all get a set of 3 abilities. I'm just gonna remove myself. You get 3 abilities, and you get to pick one. So players may select one of 3 actions available. The selected action can be changed at any time at the starting area, even after the match begins. So I do like this, because I was kind of worried. I hope they didn't add too many new skills, because I like PvP just having a smaller moveset. And they're only adding 1, but you also get to pick which ones you get. They did show some examples. Tank, it's Rampage, attacks all nearby enemies, and increases their damage taken, so that's cool. Healers get Stone Skins 2, which I guess it's AoE, it's 2 and not. Yeah, creates a barrier around self and all nearby party members. I'll just remove myself for a bit. Melee gets Swift, increased movement speed for 4 seconds while granting immunity to various status effects and knockback draw. Ooh, that's actually good. It's like a sprint plus the one like Asuna ability. Dervish, we get for range or physical range. Reduce cast and recast time for weapon skills and spells for self and nearby party members, while also increasing movement speed. And mages get Comet. Deals damage to enemies near the point of impact, but you cannot cancel the cast timer. Cast time required cannot be canceled. So once you start casting it, you are locked in. So it depends on how long that cast time is. So then they showed off Frontlines, the Borderland Ruins, Secure Improvement. I'm gonna bring myself back. Okay, basic rules. Up to 72 players. We divided in, okay, yes, Frontlines. Tactical rating can be increased by the following ways: occupying any of the any of the 9 key locations, battling against elegant weaponry, defeating enemy players. So how this game mode works, let me see if did I have any screenshots? No, I guess I'll just use this one. Is essentially there's pads all around the map. You want to pretty much be going around to the bases. The longer you the longer you have them for, you get more points. every now and then, little Allegan nodes are going to spawn up here. You just go up there, you beat them. Every now and then, like, a big one will show up, and then you get a bunch of points if you kill it. Rinse and repeat over and over until somebody has enough points to win. Yes, Occupy. So they're going over each of the things I literally just talked about, but a bit more in depth. Occupy the 9 key locations. A team can occupy a key location when they're only team in its vicinity for a short period of time. Yeah, so you don't have to click on these things, unlike Seal Rock or the Autumn Step one. I can never remember the name. You just stand in the circle, and it starts charging up, kind of like the Crystalline Conflict node. Once you get it, your team starts getting points while you have this flag. Tactical rating acquisition rate increases depending on the number of key locations occupied. Enemy team key locations can also be claimed. Yes, so pretty much will get like 3 for your team. Every team will have like 3 like near their base. You can go and steal the other teams. They can steal yours. You have new key location buff, Sheer Will. Key locations grant a massive damage buff to all players in their vicinity, regardless of the occupying team. So you're just gonna start doing damage if you're in this area. So hopefully it'll make just fighting for them a lot faster and easier if you're just able to just start railing on people. Okay, battling against Allegan weaponry. At a certain amount of time, Allegan weaponry will appear in the center of the map, granting an opportunity to quickly raise your team's tactical rating. So it looks like there's just one? Because the other time there were just like smaller nodes. Maybe this is the big one, because the big one was like a giant tower. And unless they changed, like, maybe it's different weaponry every now and then. I remember there being a ball. It was just like the tiny little satellite things and then like a big satellite thing. Get teleporters. After a certain period of time, 3 teleporters on the outskirts will be accessible for immediate teleportation to the center of the map. Yes, you can just you just whoop, just teleport. So instead of having to go up, there's normally a little like staircase thing you can go up, but now you can just teleport. Though you can use those stairs to go back down, of course. And here they just showed off shots. This is the like team gate where you're gonna start the match off. You're gonna need 3,000 points to win. Let's hope that doesn't take too long to actually achieve. They just did some other shit. Here's still at the base. There's outside the area, looks like near one of like the team nodes. And then they showed off. This is the Tombstone gear. This is very Final Fantasy IX coded, so tanks get Steiner. Dragoon Reaper gets this set. This wasn't a character. I think some people had this armor. This is Freya's spear. But they do not get Freya's outfit. This is probably some knights that were in 9. I do not remember them. This is... I forgot this guy's name. This is dude with the massive red hair. They're like the massive red hair. They're like you can never see his face. But this is the melee samurai monk. Their armor. Range gets Freya's gear set, which is a bit odd. I mean, it makes sense because it is very piratey. But this is one of those things I kind of hope they like allow these to not like be like role sets, so you can have the Freya outfit on a Dragoon. And you have, I love this one, because it's clearly made for Zidane. But we have a Zidane outfit already in the game. So this is just, if you ordered Zidane off Wish, this is what you get. This is the outfit you get. Honestly though, this looks like a figurine, like a really bad, just like sort of plasticky figurine. Even though it's just a screenshot, but either way. The Viper weapon looks kind of cool though. Next we have just a white mage outfit. I saw someone said that this was the white mage outfit that Garnet wore when she's escaping Alexandria. I might be wrong. To be honest, it's been a long time since I played 9. And then we have, if this is based off it, ooh. Is this the one, the blue mage thing? I forgot what the heck her name was. Maybe it is very blue. Oh no, is this Aiko? Maybe? I don't remember. Because I think she had a little ribbon. But I think Aiko also had Summoner Horn. If that was even her name. But then again, we got an okay paintbrush for Pictomancer. Now we are on to Cosmic Exploration as we see how the heck this actually works. So how to start. Unlocked by completing the main scenario quest Endwalker, so you don't have to finish all of Dawn Trail. You can get in this after Endwalker, since kind of important to get through Endwalker. Can be accessed by crafters and gatherers at level 10 or above, so you can be leveling off this just like Diadem. But a more important thing is a separate inventory is available for Cosmic Exploration. Because man, in Diadem inventory, you took up a lot of inventory space gathering all those items. So you're looking from the Island Sanctuary stuff that had all individual inventories, and I expect them to have pretty much the same kind of system. So it is interesting, they didn't really go much into crafting, since, I mean, I would assume you're gonna be crafting some stuff like diadems, things. Whether they're gonna have the same system as Diadem, where you like take a handful of things and then you get like certified versions of them and then you use those as crafting materials, or do you just craft stuff from the Cosmic Exploration inventory? That'll be kind of cool if that's a thing. They showed off a new outfit. We get a spacesuit, so there's that. Other shot of spacesuit. And this is part of the Aetheryte. I thought it was something else, like, oh yeah, the Aetheryte's just all right here. We have more moon-based stuff. We do have, similar to Cosmic Exploration, we have like our little extra menu. So we get into this more shots. I think these were like, I think they had like leave quest sort of things where you can just do little quests for gathering and crafting. I would assume crafting as well. You can gain all different currencies. You can get different currencies. This one, yeah, so here, like a leave quest, you got, I think, like 5 or so minutes to just gather certain things. And the one thing I do like, and this was a worry, is we do get a perception chance. So if there is any giant achievement for like the Petrodon mount, this will make things a bit easier. by being able to just gather more items. Though it depends on like the point scaling system of how much the actual gatherers help. So it depends on the grind for that damn mount, if there is a grind like that. So here, I think was this for like the leave thing as well, showing you the little quests you can do. So it's not just like the original diadem where you just gather. There's actually other things to do, as there's is a sort of like critical engagement, sort of like how Baja had critical engagements. There's this for the gathering zone. So yeah, we have like different weathers as well. That'll most likely affect things, but there was also different weathers in Diadem, so probably something similar to that effect. And here we have the robot. So these have sort of critical engagement things. They'll also kind of have the same like duel system. A bunch of people can queue up for them. You do have to pay you have to pay a currency to actually be able to join in the mech thing. But I think only one person can be chosen for the mech ops. And you get a little cutscene, you fly over there, go a mech, and then you just go to town on rocks. Other people can join this, but I think only one person can be the mech. So if you're not in the mech, you get a little drill. At least I'm assuming just a drill that you can just go to town on these rocks here. With the mech, you get guns. You can just shoot things. After a while, you get a giant laser. As you're seeing him, he's just getting a ton of crystals here. And this, with the same as a diadem, we have the Cosmic Fortune. This is similar to the Kupo Fortune? Whatever the Kupo scratch-off tickets were. Here we're having a roulette. Here you can, I think you can pick one of the roulettes. I'm not sure if you can buy like one. I know you have to spend a currency to be able to use them. I'm not sure if one currency gives you like the left side one and the other currency gives you the other, or you just get the pick and just be able to like see the loot. Like, I don't like this one, but I like the stuff on the right here. So how these will work, obviously you roll the green, you roll the yellow, you get the yellow prize. You roll the carrot, you get the top prize. But if you roll the star, you get a second roll, which is also another roulette, but much greater rewards. Like here, there's no shitty prize. You get a mount. I'm pretty sure these are two separate mounts because they showed a mount that is black. And they showed the mount that we just saw, or it's the robot mount, but is black. But here you have this that's clearly white. And let me go back. And these are written slightly different. It looks like the same mount, but there is a little accent here at the very bottom. Very hard to see in this shot. Oh, I can just zoom in. Yeah, I don't read Japanese, so yeah. We have outfits. The astronaut outfit is most likely from here. Goes in the distance roll. We got umbrella. We got space bunny. Parasol, so there's that. So keep those, keep doing those as you gather, and you get extra rewards, which most likely you can sell for cash, but you could at the Kupo scratch-offs. Currency earned from mission, Cosmo credits can be exchanged for various rewards. Lunar credits can be used to purchase Cosmic Fortunes, a lottery system featuring various items that can also be exchanged for a ticket to join Mech Ops. So yeah, you can either spend them to gather more stuff with the mechs, or get Grupo Fortunes, or the Cosmic Fortunes. So the mech ops are regularly occurring large-scale operations comprised of mech pilots and ground supports. The two groups coordinate on missions, to gather materials and remove obstacles. So it doesn't look like they're all going to be the same type of just gather things. It might be trying to destroy certain things because, like, oh, meteors crashed onto the things, blow them up. These rare stars, well, I guess not stars, but whatever, little meteors. Also, maybe shiny meteors. You can gather stuff like that. Even though I made it sound like they're the exact same kind of objectives. But it seems like there's going to be different objectives than just gather rocks. But gather rocks in a robot. On occasion, unusual weather phenomena may occur, causing a red alert. Players must band together to complete a designated objective with the limited amount of time. So this I do like better, instead of just having, oh, a certain weather is up, go get this node in the diadem. Here, there's like an actual, like, which I would assume like fate, like objective to actually clear. And most likely a lot, everybody probably gonna get extra points and whatnot. And points will be important because this was one thing I was kind of worried about, and I do love this system so much better than the diadem. So I'll explain the diadems first. And that is, once and only once, they had a competition to try to get top 100 or top 12, get an achievement for gathering or crafting a bunch of things for the diadem. The problem was this competition lasted for like 12 days, and you had to just do nothing but craft, or gather. You could do nothing but do this. They didn't do a very good job of telling people that it was like a one-time thing. So a lot of people really didn't take too much care of it. I'm pretty sure the first day, or the first time they did this, was also when an ultimate launched. So a lot of people like went and did that. So this one, we have the Star Contributor Award. Scanning Way will tally each player's level of contribution to cosmic exploration initiative every other day Earth time. So instead of having to gather for 12 days, you just gotta go nuts one day. It's gonna be 1 day on, 1 day off. And all you gotta do is just worry about that one day. Maybe you can try again not the next day, but the following day, if you want to try to get top placement. Because with this completing cosmic exploration activities within the tally period increases your level of contribution respective of class used. So I do like that, as I think it's just going to be per person and not per class, because with Diadem, your points only mattered per class. So if you crafted a bunch of things, you had to craft under leather worker or whatever, because if you crafted stuff at the culinarian, that didn't count. That only counted for the culinarian points, not for the leatherworking points. So it looks like it's just going to be per person, which is actually a lot less annoying. So you can just, if you want to be leveling up multiple classes, but also kind of want to be, striving for this, you can just do whatever the hell you want as long as you're gathering and crafting. And also, with the diadem, like if you spent time gathering so you can get materials for crafting, that was just less time you were crafting. Like if you were going for the crafting ones, you're just wasting time gathering stuff. So here, it looks like doing crafting and gathering will give you points. So that's just good all around. I'm just screwing myself for a bit. The players who contributed the most within a 24-hour tally period will be awarded with status of Star Contributor immediately following the tally period, which does give you some kind of perks, which we'll get to in a bit. You can review your level of contribution by speaking with Scanning Way. At present, you have reached the top 10%. That's astounding. You might really be our star contributor this period. Mr. Final Fantasy XIV. There on the other one, let me remove myself. At present, you've reached, well, your name has been recorded. If nothing else, take your time. Okay, this person is not doing so hot. Okay, but one good thing, since, the person with like no life is just gonna constantly win over and over. For 14 days, the following will apply to the star contributor. A hologram of them will be projected within the base camps. Their name will be displayed on the bulletin board within the base camps. A visual effect will apply to them when exploring the stars. This is kind of like, you know, the little orb rings that you have when you're gathering in as a gatherer, or when you're using stealth. It's like kind of effect like that, but like cooler. I'll show it to you in a bit. But also, more importantly, they will be unable to receive the Star Contributor Award again for 14 days. So you can't just constantly keep winning. Other people get to win. And yeah, this is right here. It's this little glowy effect. Has a little like Cosmic Exploration logo that just is around you while you're in this area, so everybody knows who's the boss. So you can shut it off. If you do shut it off, you can turn it on by just leaving the area and coming back in, is what they said. So there's that. Here's the tubes. This is where the internet is, just a series of tubes. I don't know what's up with these lopperates here. And unless there's gonna be 5 people, and unless it's just like the first few people, and then the lopperates get replaced with people. But you do have the opportunity, if you're of this person, you can change the pose. So do expect to see many just naked people, just naked people in general. I don't see many, or just the dumbest glamours and the dumbest poses. I was excited, I wasn't sure. I expected them, but we are getting the relic crafting and gathering tools. I'll remove myself so you can see that axe there for a bit. I do like that. I don't really care for these. It just looks copper. You have this like cool like metallic white and just this kind of not even like brushed, like finished copper. It's just like, yeah, just slap it on there. We need spare parts, but that's fine. Players can earn cosmic tools for Disciple of Handland immediately from the start of Cosmic Exploration. Now, I would assume like you can start the quest to do them. You can't, I don't think you can just get them, and unless they really lazy out and you just buy them. But it does seem that they are going to be changing up how you power them up. Because before the last 2 expansions that we had this, they've literally just been the same steps. Every single step for the last 2 expansions. So even when not equipped, players can enhance cosmic tools, increasing their item level by simply progressing through missions. So we do have the missions in Cosmic Exploration, so I guess you're probably gonna... Do you level them up like through experience points, sort of? I'm not really sure. But unless you get like stat points, you can just upgrade, pay to like power up the tools. But that's still cool. I do like these. We will most likely not get a shiny version of these tools. until 7.5. That's generally only the last ones where we get shiny versions, where we might get like kinda cool semi-shiny versions like 7.3. So just know that in 7.4 will probably be a new model, and then 7.5 will be shiny. Like really cool shiny, hopefully cool shiny. So we'll get worlds. This is a world, the data center, like actual server worlds. Development of star progress is separate by worlds. Exploration of survey of the star can only be performed on your home world, so you can't go to other people's servers to do this. So that if there is any special like events, you can only do them on your own world. Star contributors are selected by world. Explore a new star each major patch. So we're gonna get the moon, and then new planets. 7.3, 7.4, 7.5. It's interesting that they put X. Is it gonna be a 7.31? Because I wanted this to be 7.2. Because this seems like such a meaty piece of content, and I really don't want to be waiting an extra month. But for 7.5, the other piece of meaty content is the Occult Crescent. How to start. Unlocked by completing main scenario quest Dawn Trail. So you will have to finish Dawn Trail. You will need to have a battle class to level 100. Myself, you will not be gaining experience points in here, as they did confirm that there will be a deep dungeon 7.3. That will be the leveling thing, because I'm gonna be honest, that is a good thing, because Baja, dude, because we had Baja, and Baja is such a good way to level up. Dude, Orthos died so quickly because it was much harder than normal, and just why? Like, you mainly do deep dungeon to like level up, but it's just that need was gone. Okay, entry. Rather than using the duty finder, players must speak with a designated NPC to enter. I'm curious if this is gonna be like Eureka, where there's just like a person in a big town you go to and talk to, or are we going to get a little zone similar to Gongos? For like Baja had, which I would kind of expect it to be more. Boy, you're probably gonna talk to somebody in Tuliolo, since it's an island and there's docks, so it would just make sense. The Occult Crescent is split up into instances with up to 72 players able to join a single instance, similar to Basha and Eureka. I think there's 72. When in a party, the whole party will join in the same instance. This is good. So if you pre-queue or pre-join a party, everybody just joins in at the same time. Knowledge level, this is the leveling system that we're going to have in here. This is gonna seems more like Eureka. Even though they both had the same sort of, if you die, you lose points, but this is more an actual leveling system instead of the medal that Basha had. Knowledge level is a separate leveling system used within the Occult Crescent, and the difference between your level and the enemies will greatly influence the damage dealt and taken, very similar to Eureka. Upon being incapacitated at knowledge level 5 or above, you will lose experience points when not revived by another player. Losing too many experience points will result in lowering your level. So, I'm not sure if you're going to lose experience on a knockdown, but you will definitely lose experience points if you self-revive. Because you did lose metal in Basha just for getting knocked out. I don't think you lost experience points if you were revived. I don't think you lost experience points in Eureka if you just got knocked out. I think it was only a penalty if you got revived. So we have a Cold Crescent, Northern... or, Jesus Christ, I am having dyslexia or something. Cold Crescent, South Horn. I don't even know where I saw Northern. It's very late. Unlike all of the other content creators, I was not able to record this what I would like. So we have a cool pyramid on this island. So this is gonna be very Final Fantasy V coded. So we have, though this is still gonna be very 7 or 7, Final Fantasy 14 stuff. Very bubbles. I just noticed that this is a lot of bubbles. I thought this was like cutscene effect. It might be a cutscene effect, but we have lots of very Namian structures here. So we're probably going to learn a lot about them. There's definitely Namian structures over here. This looks like... You know, I don't think this is the dungeon. Because there is like a big facility in one of the shots. Yeah, right here. We see in here. I don't think this is the actual dungeon. I think this is just part of the map. And we can just go in here and there's probably like a big critical engagement that takes place here. I may be wrong because this just kind of looks like it's outside. Like the light here. As it also seems very early to be showing that off, as they do show the instance area. This is the base camp. Also, other shots of the base camp. More base camp stuff. So, it's quest. They do show the job window here. But here we show more of the jobs. We got 2 different currencies that we get. We have the freelancer jobs. They said 13 jobs that we're gonna get, freelancer being one of them, so 12 new ones. Apparently you do get the other job or some other jobs really quickly, so you won't be on freelancer for too long. And you do get different skills. I did not translate do get different skills. I didn't translate them, but you can see how you need 400 experience points to level up Phantom Bard. Which, okay, let's take a look at these. I'll say Knight, Time Mage. Is that Bard? Is that Bard? That's Bard or Monk, and I'm actually not sure what that class is. But you'll be able to most likely unlock more jobs as you go through the area. I think they're gonna do it like you find crystals similar to how you gain jobs in Final Fantasy V, where you found the Crystal of Fire. Here's the Crystal of Fire jobs, which also is in Final Fantasy III, but there's that. So you will get most likely up to 5 different actions. You can put these actions on your hotbar, but you can also put them in a like duty action bar, and you can just rotate it. You can change how they rotate. So you can have it, clockwise or counterclockwise. And they also have controllers, so you can change that. So if you do not want, if you don't want that, but if you don't want the button bloat, you can do that. If you don't mind the button bloat, you can just put the skills individually on your hotbar as well. And they showed some more shots. We got some of the map. We got, looks like a fate and a critical engagement down here. And some rocks. Everybody likes some rocks. And some grass. Just going up a mountain, and they get to, I think it's one of the fates. I think it's actually a critical engagement. Because this time around, you do not queue up for the critical engagements. So apparently everybody can join these. So all 72 people can join them, but you must manually actually go to them on the map. So there's no just like, oh, queue in for the thing and you just show up. You gotta do these. And this one is a golden gorilla. And he does not do a very good job. It's just... So, critical engagement lost. He took 200,000 damage. Wait, how much health did he have? He got one shot for double his health. Yeah, he's super dead. So, teleported back to the area. They did mention that there is a weather tracker person, so there's definitely going to be weather in play in this area. We definitely got more. We got 3 shops, most likely similar to kind of like how Bosch did. Had those shops. We are going to be having some kind of field notes. So I'm not going to attempt to translate any of this. Though I do like that they're actually using dates. She really, like, I don't even know what day, like what year it is, like lore wise in the game. But there's that. Okay, so battle on the occult crescent. The higher a fiend's knowledge level is above yours, the harder it will be to defeat. But the rewards will be greater for the challenge. So pretty much the kill things that are 5 level higher than you in a party. You will have leveling systems similar to Eureka, as we will have EXP chains. Defeating the high rank enemies with the symbol quick succession will indicate the EXP chain granting increased rewards. Form a party to quickly defeat enemies to initiate more EXP chains. So yeah, if you leveled up in Eureka, pretty much expect the same. But like, I think it's, you know, it's kind of setting up to be like the best of Eureka and the best of Boschka. So like, you have the like kill random mobs, but there's still gonna be faith and critical engagements. Which, yes, they had the notorious monsters in Eureka, but like, I kind of like the fate system and the critical engagement system from Bosch's, since the notorious monsters in Eureka just felt like S ranks. So you just show up and just kill it and it's dead. It's like, oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna remove myself for a bit because I'm blocking a window. So knowledge levels sync. So if all members of the party are within 3 knowledge levels of each other, the party will be designated a balanced party eligible for EXP chains. If a member is 4 levels or more apart, players may sync the party's knowledge level to become a balanced party. You can sync. Also, you will still have some bit of advantage. So if you're like max level and you join a under max level, you're going to be like 2 levels higher than like what there is, you know, what their level is. So like, if everybody's level 5 and you're level 10, you'll be synced to like 7. And they go and fight a Gubu. And I don't know why, but his arms in this shot just look really lanky. They beat up some Gubus. They got a chain of 2, beating up another Gubu. So we have Fates. Fates will be... They'll work like Fates. Fates will occur around the island and can be challenged by even a small number of players. Players may also join a fate that has already been started. You know, it's fates. If you have played Final Fantasy XIV, you know what fates are. Critical engagements, though you would have to play Bajja to at least understand. Critical engagements are large-scale battles against powerful bosses, with no restrictions on the number of players that can participate. Where and when these encounters occur will be displayed beforehand on the map. This time, yes, you will have to actually go to the area instead of just queuing for them. So this will be the end game area. So this looks like it's gonna be more of a Baldesion Arsenal type difficulty, maybe, instead of the end game kinda easy dungeon of that Pasha had, and not the Delubrum Savage, but the place where you gotta stop the prisoners and the Del Rida dungeons. Those are pretty easy. Those just felt like 24-man raids. So this, I think, might have a bit higher difficulty. So something a bit more of Baldesion Arsenal. Up to 48 players can challenge this dungeon, featuring numerous bosses. Players must use a special item to gain entry. So, getting entry to the tower. As they explore the isle, players can acquire ciphers. With 16 or more players use these ciphers at the designated location, an ethereal node will activate, teleporting them into the tower's halls after a brief period. Should more than 48 players be standing upon the ethereal nodes, players will be randomly selected for teleportation. Those who use the cipher will have a higher chance of being selected. Pretty much, yeah, that higher chance is generally 99%, so don't worry about that. But since we have this, I have a decent chance. It's probably going to be more about this in Arsenal area. So instead we have treasures in the wild. Should you happen upon any treasure chest while traveling the wilds, its spoils are yours to keep. So feel free to open any you find. This looks like it's not even bunny coffers from Eureka. It looks like there's just gonna be treasures out in the open. Though not sure if they're just only for you, only you can see them, or if it's gonna be a mad dash of ooh, there's a treasure coffer, and then someone else comes and takes it. You have magic pots. Rescue magic pots for monsters and offer them an elixir to receive hints about the location of treasure. So this probably is going to be your Happy Bunny situation. You send something far, far to the northwest. Now, they do ask for elixirs. Not sure if it's gonna be there's going to be new elixir items that you would get in here, or are we just asking for the actual elixir items we've had since the Realm Reborn? So that will need to be seen. So these are our currencies we have. Currencies earned during exploration. Enlightenment, silver pieces primary, primarily acquired from fates and critical engagements. Gold pieces, primarily acquired from defeating monsters in the wild. So this will probably most likely be the equivalent to the crystals in Diadem. This is probably what you're gonna need to unlock your other things. Oh, this is gonna be the platinum coins. This is what you're gonna be. The silver is gonna be what you any of the gear. This is gonna be all your goodies. This is gonna be your hair pieces, minions, and whatnot. This is the crystals. This is the coins that you got in Bastia. That's how that's gonna be. So the release schedule, it will be we'll get 7.25, then nothing 7.3, which is a huge goddamn bummer. Though I don't even know if we're gonna get anything in between. Look, if we're doing relics in here, what the hell is the relic step gonna be? But we will get new phantom jobs. And then with 7.5, we'll get a new area and then phantom job. And then also do phantom jobs. So yeah, what's going to be 7.3 is definitely going to be interesting of what we're going to do, what's going to fill that gap, if anything. So this is a new gear. We have Lena's gear from Final Fantasy V, clearly based off Lena. We have Ferris's outfit. That's just nice. That's just a nice pirate gear. And we have Bart's outfit from Final Fantasy V. And we have, I would assume, Galoof's outfit. But this is very Berserker themed because they do have other class themes. I don't know if Galoof had like a default outfit. I'm pretty sure he had like wolf stuff. And we have Captain Crunch. You can cosplay as Captain Crunch. And we have Time Mage. This is Canoner, by the way. This was a extra class for Final Fantasy V for Game Boy Advance and the bad PC version that nobody liked. A Time Mage, and we have like a bartender one. This is not from the Occult Crescent. This is most likely maps that you get this from. And next they showed off minions. I will myself. We have cute little doggo. I'm gonna guess Unreal for the fox leaves, I would assume. Next we have these things. I don't know their name, but I did have to look these up. This is based off a boss at the end in the like extra areas in Final Fantasy V for Game Boy Advance. These were bosses in the final area where you got the extra classes. There's two other ones that kind of look the same. They're just like recolors of the same character. I would assume they're gonna be critical engagements or bosses, maybe in the Fork Tower. Which also, yeah, I want to mention Fork Tower. In Final Fantasy V, you actually had to split your party up to do two separate areas. One side for magic, and one side could only do damage with physical. And since we have 48 players, we're probably gonna have to do like a 24 team split. Maybe? I mean, it is Fork Tower, so I wouldn't be surprised at that. We have a thing. We got a thing. I don't know what this is. It's sure it's doing its best though. We have a little bird. You know what? This might be from Mammal Jaw? The Beast Tribe quest? Maybe? He does have this heart. I'm pretty sure is like not just a little emote, but like always floating over him. So that sure is a thing. We got a little dove. I would assume submarines. That's just my guess. Though it might be a Cold Crescent, because it looks like an islander bird. We have mini oppressor. Here's your battle pass reward. Next we have okay, I'm just gonna remove myself for a bit. Next we have the little Wally bot, which looks super cute. It has a little smiley face. It has it on both sides. That's just really cute. Most likely cosmic exploration. Then we have mounts. We have the demon wall. We can be the demon wall. So there's a big demon wall boss fight. So it looks kind of similar to the demon walls that you would fight in a Great Google Library. So you have the demon wall. So now we do have the car. Though people are pretty sure, because apparently this played music that they didn't want to actually play, which is most likely going to be, this is the Savage mount. So that will be cool. We do get the car. You know, I did want the car. I didn't want it to be a Savage mount because I'm not a Savage Raider, because I'm a bitch. And I just am lazy and don't have the time to freaking do raiding. But there is that. It does fly. It has cool, like, hover thing. The trunk opens up, which that's pretty cool. We have the robot mount. As I did say, there were two robot mounts in that roulette that they showed off. I'm pretty sure there's like a black one and a white one, so this is the black one. So we have a flying shot. We also have this airship, which kind of gives me like Bismarck look to it. I know it's not Bismarck related. Not really sure what this is to. Most likely clearing a fort tower, or the fort tower is decently hard. It's probably from clearing that, kind of like the Ozma and the Cerberus mount. Might be a good chance, because this definitely looks very like multi-seater. And I have no idea how he's actually standing. Maybe there's a little panel or something there that he's actually steering, but it looks like he's just floating with the Lalafell there. More airship shots. And we have the extreme wings. Has a little like drapery thing here. Little rose petals. Also, there's a few other shots. While you're flying. Has this cool sword. Definitely very Robo Beatrix theme. So, is that? I think there's one more shot there. And also something they're adding. Let me kind of dip this in. So, after you use sprint, you will gain like, jog. So you won't run as fast as your sprint, but you'll have like still a speed boost. So I guess if sprinting, I would assume like sprinting gives you 50% speed boost, jogging is probably going to give you like 25% speed boost. And I'm not sure, since sprint doesn't boost it, not sure if ninja gets like additional speed boost. Probably not. So, and finally, we have the schedule. We have, so, the March 25th, patch 7.2 release. April 1st, on April Fool's Day, will be the Savage unlock for the Arcadian. April 22nd, we get Cosmic Exploration with patch 7.21. And May 27th, we get patch 7.25. We get the Occult Crescent, the News Allied Society quest of Mammal Jaw, and the inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures to cap off all of our 7.2 fun stuff. So again, actually, before we're done this, see, I don't know about this though. Like, Cosmic Exploration really should have launched with 7.2. You're gonna be done with this stuff because you're gonna have Extreme, Normal Mode, Unreal. I'm trying to think what else was there. I think MSQ and the dungeon. You can be done with this in a day. And we're gonna have to wait a month to get this. That's really annoying. And also, maybe I've put the Allied Society quest as well, because this is gonna be a gathering. This is gonna be a gathering thing. If you're bothering with cosmic exploration, dude, you're gonna be maxed out by then. Like, it's not like it's that hard to gather. Okay, we got March drop. We got... Just gotta remove myself again. We got little headbands here. Spriggan, Chocobo, Fat Cat. Some Mahjong keychains. Buff Tender, the Tanko Tender plush. Phone case, bags, looks like pins. And we got little onesies of Chocobo and Moogle, which they showed off by wearing them. They look comfy though. Oh yeah, they put on the headbands. And they'll be doing a 7.2 patch note reading for the upcoming patch, and that is that's it. That's all for the 7.2 patch. Your live letter part 2. So what is your opinions on this? So put it in the comment section. What do you think? What are you looking forward for? Really looking forward to Occult Crescent? For cosmic exploration, or are you just gonna be just down for raiding? Do you think the time of when they're actually going to release things, do you think that's okay? Do you think they should pretty much just not have a 1 month delay? Like, I get the 2.5 stuff, like Occult Crescent, I'm okay with having 2.5. That's always been a thing. So there's that. Oh yeah, and also for this patch note reading, it's all going to be in Japanese. It's going to be the day before the patch notes, but you can always just read them yourself, which is also when patch notes are going to go up. But with that being said, I will come back onto the screen. I've been Sakuba Winters. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. I hope you all have a very good day. Bye.